fantastic time for As I Lay Dying to release a new song. I happen to have Andy Cizek from Monuments and several other bands.
That's right.
In the studio.
Thank you, Napalm.
Yes, thank you.
Getting some Slipknot vibes.
I want to go back.
All right.
That right there. How's he achieving that range?
So to me, that sounds like he's doing some lower constriction, or what is commonly referred to as a false chord style vocal.
So he starts there.
You know, you could, because there's a filter on it too. You might mistake it for a little bit higher sort of sensations, like. But as it keeps going, I realize it's got that husk to it, so you know that it's down here.
Does he bridge up into the higher constriction?
I think he's sort of staying sensation-wise low.
Okay.
And it's all in the mouth
All
and
in the mouth.
in the
Okay.
tongue, you know, to make that sort of appearance of a higher pitch. But my placement's still remaining in this same sort of this grunting sort of this sigh. Yeah, I believe that's his style for this one. Amazing guitar tone.
Jeez, yeah. And even there, that's just mouth.
A lot of modulation in the face, but not really in the throat. You know, it's all just happening with this stuff here that he's working with.
Yeah, filtering it through your face,
keeping it nice and controlled in the throat, and the support, but getting that just a range of motion with the face. And I like that too, the I never, just ramping up into a scream from talking. It adds some attitude.
Totally. I love it when you hear a whole passage of just screaming, and then they bring their real voice in for just little snippets.
Yeah,
That's
it gives it some flavor and some passion.
So Andy's here in the studio for more than just doing vocal analysis videos with me. We are working on a course together.
I know that you think we're friends!
We're just taking what we did in the first step, that, and we're blending it in with
This just sounds so much more complex now. I feel like we were here and we went to here.
Oh, dude.
That felt great.
Oh, that was sick.
If you're interested in getting more information about it, click the link in the video description or the pinned comment and sign up for the waiting list, and we will be sure to notify you as soon as things are ready.
Very long shit.
Yeah, and you can still hear some of his voice,
Ooh.
Some nice soaring, clean vocals there. Oh, okay. Let's check that out again.
And now I can't
Talk about that. And now.
So we got a little bit of rasp and distortion in the that grunting low false type of grit. And now I carry the weight. And then he's just in his chest range, right? So
Yeah.
and now, like and now, and that's where he's getting that tone from.
Yeah, that's still a lower place. It's still it's higher, but
Right, but as he goes to the end there's something different happening. So
Yeah.
let's check that out.
very clean there. I love that harmony up there.
Yeah. So you can probably tell, I've carried the weight, nice chesty, and then I've carried the weight. There's a little mixing going on in that harmony. That's a nicely kept secret, too, for a lot of people who don't know how to achieve those really high harmonies because they're blended in with the main mix. You think, oh, they're just doing this crazy chest voice high note. How the hell are they doing that? But really, just blending, I've carried the weight. Like, that's nice and light.
Yeah.
But over top that main line, you can't really tell. It's indiscernible range-wise.
The chesty, energetic main line is providing that grit and that presence.
Yes.
So all you really need is the note.
Yeah,
if it's
just that
mixed
top
right.
layer. And it's not, I've carried, it's not falsetto, it's, in that head voice area.
Carried the way.
Yeah.
Still well supported.
But brighter,
Yeah.
less breathy than what a falsetto vocal would typically sound like.
Sure. See, I really want to hear what you have to say because
There's a discrepancy here.
Right. One more time.
All right, let me break this down.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Here's my theory on that part. So first of all, you've got him singing, right?
Right.
But under it, let's make it clear. Tim's definitely starts to fade. There is a layer.
He's got that going on
under
in
it.
there. Okay.
However, when the singer is reaching those high notes and getting that distortion, I think it's more of an upper sensation, or what's commonly referred to as fry type of distortion, where that starts to fade, starts, it's up there instead
With a
of
note behind it.
starts to, starts. You just got this like.
So if you do that and I do the starts.
Yeah, 2, 3, and starts.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what's happening. You're blending together, and that creates this illusion of where's that distortion coming from.
Yeah.
You got to really listen closely.
It is so layered. Yeah, you hear him out here like this.
It's kind of crazy. He's doing a lot. This is a really talented singer because he's going starts to fade. So that fade, it's bringing it back down to the lower sensation, that false chord thingy, that sensation of just like, so at first, start, and then fade, so it's like two different types of distortion right in that one line. You got some head field. Yeah.
I like when he does this mouth shape too, because it's the
Fade! Yeah, fade.
And
very wide and open.
what I hear on starts is that he's almost imposing an artificial limit on that note, right? If we hit that note, starts, but then we let that note fall apart a bit, starts, starts to
Teetering.
fade.
Like that's where you find that distortion. And I like that term too, artificial wall. It's like it sounds like he's peaking with his like absolutely giving it his all. Like a lot of times when I was younger, I would hear vocals like that and be like, oh, that's his max range. Like he's just straining and that's getting the distortion. But really it's this controlled constriction, start, starts. Because you can go higher, starts, and still have that. So it's not a real wall. It's just a controlled thing.
Starts to fade.
Yeah.
And then getting into that smoother, sort of, James Hetfield lifting something heavy.
Really fluid the way he does it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how such talented vocalists, it can trick people because you don't realize how much is actually going on and how much technique is being used. And you're just, it's just like coming out that way. Why can't I do that? A lot of small pieces.
Then the beautiful layers. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Love that riff. Face melter.
Yes. The tapping.
Another layer from Tim under the singing. And right there, too, fabricate! You know, he's really going operatic and sort of that low larynx placement for fabricate! You know, it's like fabricate! Kind of that Howard Jones sort of style.
Yeah, and that's intentional. That's a way that he's placing his voice to evoke a certain emotion, to sit in the mix right, to blend with the high harmony.
Yeah,
this is
a
not
lot
accidental.
of deliberate, just talented technique going on. He's very calculated.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I don't think they're flying because that sounded, and flying would be copying and pasting the first part to the second part because there was some unique things about that grit, that exit.
It's also possible just because the instruments cut out, we can really hear what's going on there.
Sure.
Let's check it out again.
Listen to how he works with his vowels. The fades away.
Fades, yeah, oval, fades, and then sort of, you know, horizontal. Fades, and then even the harmonies, you know, fades away.
That.
He's doing the same articulation and placement there. And that's important too, to match your placement and shape for the harmonies. It really helps them blend nicely. So that's cool that he did that.
So doubled down there, right?
Yeah. Just some brutal, like, you know, definitely some layers going on, but of the same tone, like, fade, and then another take, fade. Maybe some panning, you know, in the mix, and that just makes it sound really, really big.
I like words like fade to get into that lower growly sound.
Yeah.
Because it allows you to sort of store up the onset is your F instead of right on your false chords.
Right, it's good to not have a glottal attack.
Fade.
Yeah, that's a good way to practice healthy vocalization too, is to fade. You know, having the that can actually be kind of detrimental. That's definitely harder on the folds. So having a fade, you know, even going into it with an H is a lot safer than you know. That's easier on your vocal folds.
Yeah. We'll go back a little bit here.
Opening the mouth up.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Talk about that.
Layered vocal. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on there?
So we got it seems like, can I just hear it one more time?
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm hearing is a main that's like, Bardad! A nice mid, it's not super low or super high, so it's right in the middle of that area of constriction, and then on the sides, Bardad! He's going a bit lower, so it sounds like there's a left and right layer backing up that Bardad! Bardad! And it creates this just huge tapestry of vocal wall.
So you're not hearing it up like a higher engagement.
It's a little bit. I think. Still, again, it's the mouth that's doing the work. I don't think in the throat there's any higher. We're not going Bardad. We're still hearing Bardad.
Got it.
Right. It's still that grunty type of vocal.
I don't know, man.
It could be in the middle. Yeah, let's hear it one more time.
It has that sort of.
Yeah,
to me, it has that sizzlier, fry-ear sound to it.
And that's the thing; it becomes difficult to tell
when
there's all these layers going on.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that much.
It really doesn't.
And that's kind of the beauty of it is once you got some really layered up stuff, you can experiment with your placement to get whatever sound feels right. You don't have to think so much about, it needs to be placed here or here. So realistically, it doesn't matter too much.
And the other fun thing about analyzing stuff like this is that being wrong can actually be kind of cool.
Yeah, some happy accidents.
Yeah, because
occurring.
It forces you or enables you to do things with your voice that you wouldn't have otherwise tried, right?
Yeah.
Like if it is all in that lower engagement and I'm hearing a broader sort of mix there, great.
And also just from one person to another, one person's vocal range to another person's vocal range.
Sure.
Different types of placement and engagement will sound different. So it obscures that as well. And it really just depends on what fits your voice style the best.
Yeah, that's huge because a lot of people have a propensity to go towards, this false chord approach like Tim. And then a lot of people can't do that or find. I mean, you're one of those guys that feels way better with the higher engagements, right?
And you can emulate those sounds. You can still be brutal with that up here engagement. You can as well, and that has some beef to it. But when you're in a mix and layering up or live in a mic, just whatever feels right and projects right, it doesn't matter. No one's gonna be like, oh, he's engaging.
He's not
I don't
using
like
it right.
Whatever, man. Like it sounds great. And it feels great. Another shredder. Crazy video.
Oh man, yeah.
And now I've carried the weight. I've carried the weight of your burden long enough. And now listen as you fabricate till the truth just fades away. But it's you that starts to say it's become clear that you are trusted.
Ooh, let's talk about that a little bit. So that's that Corey Taylor Slipknot style where you've got that lower engagement, but you're not fully leaning into it, so it's totally your voice is disappearing. It's kind of a balance between your talking and your growling. It's on but I'm talking and screaming like this. You can still
hear your voice.
Right. So it's just it's leaning into it about halfway, but not all the way.
Yeah, and that's
Corey Taylor, King does it a lot. A lot of these bands that have that sort of raspier, growly, angsty type of "let's go, let's talk about it," denunciating and stuff like that.
that can be really easy to mess you up if you're not paying careful attention, because you're engaging your primary chords and your false chords at the same time, and all that air and all that pressure. You got to be really mindful when you're doing that technique.
Right. It actually takes a lot less effort than you'd think, and that's the key. Is you don't want to be pushing so much, but I'm just very relaxed.
You can be a little lazier.
Yeah. This is actually less detrimental than really leaning into it. It's just
Although the really leaning into it sounds good.
right. No, it does sound great. It's just a little more vocally spendy, as I like to call it. And this allows you to sort of relax a bit more. It's looser. Yeah. Cookie Monster type of thing.
Okay.
As you fabricate, till the truth just fades away. But it's you that starts to fade. It's become clear that you are trusted lies. That's when we're
Okay. That definitely sounds like an upper type of scream, right? Now we're no longer doing that lower sensation, that grunty false chord engagement. Now we're like, what people would call fry. It feels like this, you're constricting at a higher point to get that tone. There too.
He goes really high there.
And it could still, because there's a filter on it, again, it could be, it's hard to say because there's some low pass effect going on.
There's this metallicness to it. Like, as I sit next to you hearing you do both approaches, I hear the higher engagement.
Me too. Yeah.
Here, do it again.
And that could, maybe that's not Tim, maybe it's the other guy who really knows, but it sounds badass.
Yeah, it really does. Jeez. So
he's going with them,
Yep.
They're blending styles.
Yeah, him on the highs and his...
Dead weight! Right?
Yep.
That's some ferocious metalcore right there.
Thank you for being here and for lending your ears and your expertise. It's so fun.
It's an honor, Chris. This is probably one of my favorite activities, is just nerding out and bouncing these theories off of each other about vocals. So, I'm jazzed about this.
If you'd like to go deeper with Andy, click the link below and join the waiting list.
Let's go. Join up.
We are working.
Join up. Yeah.
We're working on a full course together with harsh vocals, singing, extend your range.
We doing it
learn how to
big.
scream.
Sing, scream, and everything in between.